Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today's video we're going to talk start collecting Age of Sigmar Warcry, and today we're going to take a look at the Hunters of Huanchi. This is the Seraphon warband that is coming out of the brand new box set for Warhammer Age of Sigmar Warcry. Now, in this video we're going to talk through all the models that come inside the Hunters of Huanchi box set. Now, at the moment you get it inside the dual box, but you will be able to pick these up separately later if you just want this warband. Give it a little bit. But we're going to talk about the models that come inside the box set, how they work on the tabletop, what some units we recommend to bring into this force are, some good allies for them, and then also look at a sample army list, taking those allies together to show you a sample army list to give you some inspiration for starting your own Warcry warband with the Hunters of Huanchi. Now, it should be said as well that you don't need to pick up any of these extra models. The Hunters of Huanchi warband is a perfect 1000 renown right from the get-go, so there's no need to grab anything else. But if you want to, you certainly can pick up some of these extra pieces and build some alternate warband playstyles. And so, to begin with, first of all, we get the Chameleon Skink Alpha. Now, the Chameleon Skink Alpha can be built with either Dart Pipe or with the Moonstone Club. Regardless, he's going to have toughness 2 or 3 if he goes with the Moonstone Club, which will give him the additional point of toughness. But 12 wounds is what he's going to have regardless there. Now, we've also got a couple of different weapon profiles with a 6-inch range with the Dart Pipe, 2 attacks, 1 strength, 1-2 on the damage, or 1-inch range, 4 attacks, strength 3, 1-3 on the damage for his Moonstone Club. He's got a couple of different keywords. He can choose to, if he got the Moonstone Club, Hell Bolus for a triple where he picks a visible enemy fighter within 8 inch and rolls a number of dice equal to the value of this ability. If one of the dice scores a 6, the fighter makes 1 fewer actions this battle round to a minimum of 0. If a fighter is reduced to 0 actions away, the fighter cannot be activated in this battle round. So, pretty cool ability to play around with, but for me, I do personally like the idea of pinning things and just using the Dart Pipes if you can. You've got the double for envenomed weapons to add 1 to the damage points allocated by each hit and critical hit for the next attack action made by this fighter with this activation. So you're really just trying to up your damage with your doubles. Now you've got Huanchi's Claw, which is sort of like your secondary main character for the warband. He has 2 attacks at strength 3, 1-4 on the damage with an 8-inch range. Now, he's also got with him toughness 3 and 10 wounds, and he's got a really cool ability called Bellow of the Connoisseur. He picks a visible enemy fighter within 6 inch, and until the end of the battle round, subtract 1 from their move characteristic and subtract 1 from the damage points allocated by each hit and critical hit from that fighter to a minimum of 1. Now we get a Chameleon Skink Hornblower as well. Once again, this can have either the Dart Pipe or the Moonstone Club. The big thing with this is going to be the triple for the Call of the Hunt, where it picks a friendly fighter with this rune mark here, and a beast within 9 inch of this fighter. That beast can make a bonus move action, then pick a visible enemy fighter within 1 inch of that beast that made a move, and it can make an extra, it can allocate a number of damage points equal to the value of the ability. So, pretty cool. Now, speaking of said beast, we get 3 Terror Wings. These are 8 wound, toughness 3 warriors, thralls rather, and they've got 1 inch range attack with 3 attacks, strength 3, 1-3 on the damage, and a 10-inch move with fly. Lastly, we get a bunch of Chameleon Skinks that have a variety of different weapons. You can go with the Dart Pipes if you want. You've got the option for the Moonstone Clubs, and you've also got the option for a couple of other options in there to build your model sort of differently. You can see the one with the bowlers, which is the double there, though they're just the Moonstone Club Warriors, just with cool alternate parts. Now, remembering the Dart Pipes won't get the Hell Bowlers rule, but the Hell Bowlers are really nice. I think, you could potentially play with a mix of them. I think you're probably wanting less Held Bowlers than you're wanting with your Dart Pipes, as you're wanting to sort of pin things in place with those Held Bowlers and then hit them with the Dart Pipes. And so, what's next? So, for me, you've got a few different options. Now, you've got the Ripidactyl Riders. Now, these are a pretty offensive unit. Now, you'll be able to tank the Ripidactyl Chief as an ally, or the Pterodon Chief. Both of them will have 25 wounds. You'll have toughness 3 on the pterodon or toughness 4 on the ripidactyl, which is my preferred option. They've both got access to abilities where the pterodons can potentially, when they end a move within range of combat with someone, they'll be able to do an amount of damage equal to the value of the ability you're using. Or for the ripidactyls, they can use their ability at all times on a double. They roll a number of dice equal to the value of the ability, and for each 4+, they allocate a damage point to the enemy. For me, I do like the ripidactyls a little bit better. The ability to use their ability non-stop is probably more worth it. Though, definitely, depending on what you're sort of facing in more regularity, the pterodons definitely have a place. Now, you've got the option for Skink Priest. You can also stake the Star Priest, who has a little bit more powerful shooting attack. But I think if you're going to go the cheaper Priest, I think it is, going for the Skink Priest over the Star Priest. He's got a cool ability that's just some straight out damage dealing with his Tile of Serpents, which is really nice, brings some extra damage to your force. And then you've got the Skink Starseer as well. The Skink Starseer just has some extra wounds popping up to 20 wounds, has a better shooting attack than both the variations, and it's also their melee attack as well, so they're better in shooting and melee. They also have the fly keyword as well, though they do lose the ability to be nimble, like the Skink Priest and Skink Starseer, which are, the generic sort of rule a lot of skinks will have. For me, I think these models here add a lot of things to your warband. You definitely could choose to add, some Saurus characters in there if you really want some heavy hitting pieces, but I think it loses a little bit of the flavor of the warband if you're adding them in, but they definitely do serve a purpose. Things, that are just super tough in there, adding those Saurus heroes definitely has a place to be in this warband. And so here we have our sample warband for you for the Hunters of Huanchi. Now we've gone the champion to be the Chameleon Skink with a dart pipe. So the alpha with the dart pipe there. I think the dart pipe on the alpha for me is that a little bit better. You're not really wanting to ever get these Chameleon Skinks in combat, so I think the lesser attacks the more attacks aren't really worth all that much on him. So get him with a dart pipe. Meanwhile, your Chameleon Skink Hornblower will also have a dart pipe, and we've got a third Chameleon Skink with dart pipe as well, along with the Huanchi's Claw. 2 of our regular Chameleon Skinks will have the Moonstone Clubs. This gives us access to the Bowler's ability to throw and to potentially knock some actions down off enemies. And then we've got 2 Terror Wings. Now, we've swapped out a few models here, so we're going to have the Ripidactyl Chief, who I think adds a actual hitting a piece of the force in melee. He's actually going to be able to go on and take on some decent fighters. He's probably not going to take on, the high-end fighters. If you're wanting to do that, you're probably going to have to add Saurus heroes in. But he definitely, can take on other parties' champions, which your Chameleon Skink Alpha most certainly cannot. And the Skink Priest in there as well for a little bit of direct damage. I think the ability just to deal damage is really, really useful in Warcry, especially with a warband that is really heavily relying on their abilities working. And his range, he's got range in there as well, so he can join in with the dart pipe shooting things that the Moonstone Club's Bowler's abilities hopefully knock down. Now, we've spent 995 renown out of 1,000, so there's 5 leeway here. There's not really a lot you can do with it. You could change to a Pterodon Chief if you really want. I'm sure you could find the points if you drop the Dart Pipe, a Ripidactyl Chief down. You might be able to find enough points to potentially get yourself the Star Priest if that's what you want. But 113 wounds is slightly under average. You're about a skink under average wounds, average being about 120 to 140. But 10 activations is in the high end of average, that 8 to 11 sort of range for activation. So definitely got a lot going for it there. You can activate really early, making sure you're getting those Moonstone Clubs triples off with the bowlers and getting some of those abilities working. I think, this is an interesting warband. I really can't wait to see how this warband plays out a lot more on the tabletop. Can't wait to show you all some games with them as well once we get our lot painted up. And so that is the end of the video. We hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, come and join our Discord and join in the conversation there. We chat all things wargaming and other things besides as well. If you'd like to do that, you can come join via the descriptions linked to the server. Now, also linked down in the video's description is the best ways to support the channel via Patreon or YouTube members, or indeed grabbing some merch from our merch stores on either Teespring or on Ko-fi. As a special thank you to everyone who does support the channel on Patreon and YouTube members, we'd like to give you all a shout out. So thank you to our Patreons, Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lowe, Alder and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, The Rising 8, Q Dynamic, Anthony B, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Bloobs, Benjamin Swallows, Red Martin, Aaron DeHaven, Kevin Bowman, and Iron Grinch. And a special thank you to our YouTube members Green Roots Gaming, Ronya, Lock Lorick, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Man Killer, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, John Castle, Davis Weir, and James South. Lastly, a special thank you to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork for the channel as well. Couldn't do this without you. Thank you all to everyone for watching once again. Don't forget to like and subscribe and drop a comment down below. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.